Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Let's do it.
Awesome. Today we're going to be dissecting some song lyrics. We're looking at Die With a Smile. Have you heard this one before?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. It's got some powerful imagery and themes, for sure.
Definitely. When I first read through these lyrics, I was really struck by, that whole idea of facing the end of the world, but also this really strong theme of love and cherishing your time with, well, the people you love. It's
Yeah.
heavy stuff, but also like really beautiful.
Right, and I think what gets me is how it tackles these huge, almost existential questions in a really personal and relatable way. Like, it's not just about the end of the world in some abstract sense. It's about who you want to be with when it all goes down.
Exactly. And that brings us to, I think, one of the most interesting parts of the song. It starts off with, the speaker imagining having to say goodbye to their loved one, but then almost immediately it shifts.
It's like a sudden realization, right? The thought of saying goodbye makes them realize, wait, no, I don't want to say goodbye at all. I want to be with this person until the very end.
Yeah. It's like that moment of clarity,
Yeah.
all of a sudden all the other stuff just melts away, and it's just about that connection. It's so raw and honest.
And I think that shift really sets the stage for everything that follows. Because once the speaker has that realization, it's like there's this new sense of urgency, this understanding that time is precious.
Totally. And that's where that line comes in, nobody's promised tomorrow.
Ah,
Such a simple statement, but man, it hits hard.
it does. It's a reminder that we can't take anything for granted, especially not the people we love. And I think that's what makes the lyrics so powerful. They don't dwell on the what ifs or the hypotheticals. They go straight to the heart of it. I'd want to be next to you.
Yeah, that repetition, it's so effective. It just emphasizes that core desire for connection, especially when you're facing something as scary as the end of the world. Like, even if everything else is falling apart, being with the person you love could make it bearable.
It's almost like a primal instinct, isn't it? In the face of fear and uncertainty, we crave connection more than anything else.
It makes you think,
Yeah.
like if you knew the world was ending, who would you want to be with and why? It really forces you to examine your priorities and what truly matters to you.
Right, it strips away all the superficial stuff and gets to the core of what we value in our relationships. And then there's the imagery the song uses, like the party being over and time on earth being through. Those are some pretty powerful metaphors for endings.
They are. I mean, they're definitely stark, but they also have this sense of acceptance to them, almost like a calm in the face of the storm.
I think that's where the line, "and die with a smile," comes in. It's not about denying the tragedy or pretending everything is fine. It's about finding peace in the midst of it, knowing that you're with the person you love, even at the very end.
It's like love becomes this source of strength, this anchor that helps you face the unknown.
Exactly. And I think that's a really beautiful and hopeful message, even though it's wrapped up in this apocalyptic scenario.
Absolutely. But the question is, how do we take this message and apply it to our own lives? I mean, the world might not be ending tomorrow, hopefully, but we still face challenges and uncertainties every day.
Right. And I think the key takeaway here is that our relationships are precious. They give us meaning, purpose, and a sense of belonging. So nurturing those connections, expressing our love and appreciation, those are the things that truly matter, regardless of what's happening in the world around us.
Beautifully said. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the show. We've got tons more thought-provoking conversations coming your way.
Absolutely. And as you go about your day, we want to leave you with this question to ponder. If you knew the world was ending, who would you want to be next to? And why? What does that say about your values and priorities?
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Until then.